UFC Vegas 106 is this Saturday night, and we have 12 fights headlined by Gilbert Burns taking on Michael Morales. This is an Apex card. It's obviously not to the level of some of these pay-per-views we've been having, but honestly, there's a lot of fun matches from this card that I'm looking forward to. A lot of fights that I think are going to be finishes, and honestly, there's a lot of betting spots that I really do like. Already have 4 locked in. There's another 4 that I'm like 90% sure going to make, so 8 bets is going to be a lot, and I think it's going to be all money lines for me, so we'll get into it. I'm going to go quick and easy from the bottom to the top. All my picks, all my bets. If you want a longer, more in-depth breakdown, check out my video from Tuesday where I went a little longer and more in-depth. I also dropped Wager Wars last night. We had 2 great guests, 138 MMA and Finesse the Books. Broke down, give a favorite bet on every single fight as always, so check that out. We are going to have the champ, Couch Warrior. He is 4-0 now after defeating me, giving me my first loss. He's going to be defending the belt here soon, so check that out. Might be Just Win Baby, might be Chad. Let me know in the comments who you want to see. Let me know what bets you have locked in on this card. Like the video, click subscribe, turn those post notifications on. Let's get into it, man. First fight on the card, we got Luana Panero taking on Tisha Pennington, a.k.a. Torres. I think Pennington wins. I think she should win a volume-based decision, but she just doesn't fight a minus 400 type of, style, man. She makes all her fights close. She doesn't finish. She doesn't get finished, but she also doesn't finish. This is probably going to go to decision unless Panero, death gasses, unless she can find some sort of finish. She could be a finisher. It'd be tough to be the first to finish Pennington, but, the chance is there. She does fight with a style that can get finishes a lot more than Pennington. I just think the line is too wide for the way Pennington fights, especially at this point of her career. So I took Panero. I've never been high on her, but I took her at plus 350. I just think the line is just a little crazy. That's why it came in a good bit. But, at this point, I'd probably just pass. But if you got in, over 300, I just think Pennington fights too close for a line like that. So give me Pennington by decision, but that's, I think the plus 350 on Panero was a good bet. Hyun-Sung Park taking on Carlos Hernandez. I'm with the dog here, and Hernandez has, had a rough run, but he's been fighting like some really good guys. I just think Park's pretty green. He is the more dangerous of the two. It's kind of like the last fight in that sense, but I just think Hernandez can drag him into a later fight, start to take over. Park is dangerous, man. Maybe he can clip Hernandez, maybe he can catch a neck, but I'm going to say Hernandez decision. I bet him at plus 160. And I'm going to take him by decision. Next up, we got Denise Gomes taking on Elise Reed. I think Gomes wins, but she's a huge favorite, man. And I haven't bet Reed yet, but, dude, I think she's going to get the type of fight she wants. So, I just think minus 700 is kind of crazy for Gomes. I think it's going to play out closer than that. And I wouldn't be shocked if Reed clipped her with something, hurt her, could even finish her. So, I think Gomes, could be a knockout, could be a decision, but I'm gonna go ahead and bet Reed, man. I think it's 100% dog or pass, man. This line's crazy. Moving on to the next one, we got Luana Santos taking on Panero Lisboa. Another underdog I like, man. Plus 152. I went ahead and bet her. I just think, man, like she's gonna be the bigger girl. Santos had some health issues. I think it's like a thyroid issue, so she can't really cut a ton of weight. I know she's the younger girl. Lisboa has the injury. She's getting a little up there for somebody who's been inactive with injuries, but I don't know, man. I think she's a better fighter. I think she can keep it on the feet, land the bigger shots, and just defend enough of the takedowns to win this fight. So let me take Lisboa by decision. I bet her on the money line, though, plus 152. We move on. Connor Matthews taking on Yadier Delvi. I think Delvi should win this fight, man. He is pretty green. He's 8-0. I just don't think Matthews is UFC level. So I think Delvi wins, but, would I be parlaying that? No. I don't think I'll get around to Matthews' bet, even though I do think the line's wide because they're just dogs I like better. I got enough bets on this card, but, I do feel like the line's a little wide just because we haven't really seen enough from Delvi. But next up, we got Jared Gordon taking on Thiago Moises. 2 vets. I like this fight. It's going to be fun, but it's like a coin toss, man. I do lean Jared Gordon because, man, in my eyes, he's never lost a decision. His only 2 losses to decision were splits, and most people think he won. One was the friggin' one was the Paddy Pimblett, and one was the friggin' Nasrat Hakparas. Two legit fighters, obviously, especially Paddy. So, not bad losses, and most people don't think they're losses. And then a no contest at Bobby Green, King Green, and he was winning that fight before that. So, he could be 5-0 in his last 5. I think he wins this fight. I think he has the top time upside, even though both can grapple, both can strike. I think the chin claims are a little overblown. He should be all right there. So give me Gordon decision, but no bet because the plus money's gone. Next up, we got Mateus Camillo taking on Gabe Green. This is dog or pass for me at this point. He's like plus 200, but I haven't bet it yet. Again, I just have enough underdogs on this card already bet. But, Mateus looks good. He's going to be the, more clean technical guy. Gabe Green's taking a lot of damage. He's had some health issues, some injuries. He's been inactive. He's coming down a weight class. Like, there's some red flags there. I think Camillo wins, but, plus 200 I think it's dog or pass for sure, man. Like a lot of this fight, or these fights. Next up, we got Julian Rosa taking on Mel Costa. I like Mel Costa to win, man, but, it's probably another dog or pass. Again, I got enough dogs bet on this card, but, like, Julian Rosa, this line's gotten too wide, and, because Mel Costa doesn't have a ton of power, so Rosa, if his chin holds up, it's like typically he wins those fights, and he's never been submitted. So Mel Costa, if he can't submit him, he can't knock him out, then this goes 15. This is going to be close. Probably going to be, Mel Costa. I mean, both these guys tend to take over a little bit as it goes, but, I don't know. I like the durability for Costa to give him a little bit of an edge here, but, tough to be confident at those type of prices, so it's going to be a pass for me. Next up, we got Nursultan Ruzaboyev taking on Dustin Stoltzfus. Yeah, man, I think this line is dumb. I'm not a big Ruzaboyev guy. I'm going to stick with my pick. Like, Ruzaboyev should win, but if he don't knock him out early, man, like, this is going to get dicey. I think Dustin can take him down. I think he can submit him. I think he can knock him out, like, ground and pound him. I mean, hey, we just saw him knock out a guy in the feet last fight, so who just got a win. Ruzaboyev, like, he's a sniper, but that's, like, it, man. He can't defend takedowns. He can't grapple. Like, okay, he's got some chokes, but who's he choking? A bunch of bums who can't spell jiu-jitsu. Ruzaboyev's record is so padded, man. He's like 2-7 to the decision. Dustin could top time him. He could body triangle him. Give me Dustin. I mean, I'll pick Ruzaboyev by knockout, but, like, the line is so wide. I would line Ruzaboyev at, like, minus 150. I'll be honest and say that's my pick, but the bet is Dustin. I haven't bet him yet because I'm hoping late money comes on the guy that has the Russian-sounding name. But, there's still a plus 265, a plus 250 out there, so I'm cool with those numbers. I will be betting them. Next up, we got Yousef taking on Mayron Santos. I think Santos wins, man. Yousef coming up in weight class, they both are really. Santos probably is the smaller guy. Yousef, was the one who was, supposed to be coming up here for this. So, it's a little bit of an advantage there. But the injuries, he hasn't been as active. I know Santos' last performance, I didn't think he won the fight. I bet Marshall, it is what it is. Styles make fights, though. I think the durability, the volume does give me a little bit of a pause for Yousef if it goes 15. He could double Santos up. But, I'm going to say Santos knocks him out, man. So I bet him minus 125. I just think it's a good matchup for him stylistically, so I think he gets the knockout. Co-main event, we got Paul Craig taking on Rodolfo Bolato. Look, Bolato should win the fight. He should get an early finish, but this line is dumb. Paul Craig has proven time and time again he can submit guys like this. Bolato fights like a dummy. He doesn't move his head. I wouldn't even be shocked if Paul Craig knocked him out. I think anybody in the division could knock out Bolato because his head doesn't move, and these are big guys. All these guys have enough power to knock you out if they land. So he could knock him out. He could catch him in a submission. I mean, Bolato seems like his gas tank's all right, so he's probably got to finish him, but I would not get too cute because the finish isn't too much better. Yeah, man, I like Bolato should be the favorite. That's the pick. He probably knocks him out, but Paul Craig's fighting for his job here. He's proven time and time again he can find spots like this at big plus money. I'm probably going to have a bet on him. I want to see if I can get an even better line, like plus 500 or something, but I'll take plus 450, whatever's out there if I have to. Next up, main event, we got Gilbert Burns taking on Michael Morales. Man, it's just a story of this whole card, man. It's an Apex card. You got a bunch of huge favorites. Michael Morales is really good, man. I think this guy has championship potential. Give this guy 3-4 more years, and I think he's right up there. I think he's really good, really well-rounded, but I saw him lose a round to Neil Magny. I've seen him look human in there against much lower-level guys. I get Gilbert Burns hasn't been looking great, but look who he's fighting. The guy who just lost the belt, the guy who just took the belt from him, and number one ranked contender. It's like, come on, man. And the current champ, he was a minute away from winning. So it's like, let's not pretend like that competition is anything like Neil Magny, Jake Matthews, Max Griffin, Adam Fugit, and Trevin Giles. Like this, and then let's move on even further. Okay, Jorge Masvidal. Yeah, what happened when he fought Magny? He literally smoked him like a blunt. Took him down and smoked his ass. I mean, like, I just think the line's a little bit crazy and disrespectful, man. Michael Morales should win. He's super well-rounded. He's freaking 25 to Gilbert's 30, almost 9. Michael Morales should win. That's why the UFC booked this fight. But this line is too freaking wide. Gilbert Burns could clip him. He has the power to knock him out. He has the freaking wrestling to potentially win a couple rounds. I know he probably gasped 25 is a lot. But, hey, we haven't seen Michael Morales have to go 25. Like, the youth helps him, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to have an amazing gas tank. Maybe inexperience shows here. Or maybe he gets clipped. Or maybe he gets caught up in a sub with a guy with legitimate black belt, like, competition black belt level skills. Yeah, man. Michael Morales is the pick, but I will be putting my money on Gilbert. It's the main event is just like this whole card. This is a dog or pass type of card. Not on, like, you got to pick your dogs that you like in these Apex cards a lot of times. And this is a prime example, man. A lot of, guys that I think the lines are either they're untrustworthy for that type of line, or the UFC's trying to build and people see that and they're throwing all the parlays together. But you got to be careful parlaying 8 to 1 25-year-old Michael Morales against a guy who's been fighting champions. So, the bets so far: Lisboa plus 152, Myron Santos minus 125, Hernandez plus 160, Panero plus 350. I will be betting Burns, Reed, Stoltzfus, and probably Craig too, man. So that's where I'm at. Appreciate you guys. Check out Wager Wars from last night. I'll tweet when I make the last bets. I'll tweet them out. But that's where I'm at, guys. So good luck. Make some money. Enjoy the fights. Until then.